This is Toy Garcia, and we're here with Auburn gymnast Megan Walker. So first off, Megan, where are you from?
I live on the border of Pennsylvania and New York, so I was actually born in New York, and my father lives in New York, and my permanent residence is with my mom in Pennsylvania, so I claim both states.
Interesting. That could get a bit confusing.
Sometimes.
So what is your major?
I'm double majoring with fitness, conditioning, and performance and marketing.
So what do you plan on doing with that after you graduate?
Well, I definitely want to be coaching at one point in time, maybe steal Jeff's job down the road. But I also want to try my hand, I think immediately out of college, in the marketing aspect, just to try to see if I'm good at anything aside from gymnastics.
So you had a pretty good season last season, so what are your plans in the upcoming season to improve?
I've already started upgrading bars and beam to add more difficult skills to those two events, and so the two events I contribute in most often. And then I'm working actually really hard to become a vaulter, which I've never been able to say before.
That's good. So do you plan on having any anchor positions, possibly?
I'm hoping on bars. That's the one I've been working the hardest on, and I've had two major upgrades I've been working on this summer, so hopefully we'll see.
What is your greatest fear?
It's one that I'm gonna fall through like a grate in the sidewalk, like in New York City. You know, like you step over those giant grates and you just like fall through.
Yeah.
But they're huge, you can't.
So do you have any pre-meet rituals?
I did before, at the beginning of last season I did the same thing every time, and then it's actually something I'm trying to stay away from and just, you know, focus on the actual training coming into competition rather than the silly little things that are supposed to help me do well.
Right, trusting yourself more.
Right.
And what you've been doing, that's good. So if you had one superpower, what would it be?
My dad always made this suggestion that it's not really a superpower, but kind of that you could win every bet you ever made. So I could just turn to you and say, I bet when I look that way, I'll all of a sudden be a millionaire. And then, I'm a millionaire.
Oh, there you go. So what kind of power do you call that?
I don't know. I wouldn't have a term for it. I just have it and nobody would know.
Got you. So what do you value most in a friend?
Honesty. I am a northerner and I like to claim that proudly, and I prefer brutal honesty. So Jeff's system works, I guess, the best.
Thank you for joining us today. War Eagle.